Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel, Galactica Musings. My name is Elizabeth, and I just need to check that I am live because um, I was shown something that said that my video it's not going to work. And let me just check. One moment, please. Oh, there I am. No, it's working. It's working. Okay, good. So I am going to put this on the big screen. What the hell happened? I saw that there was a new video from how do you say that? Arien? No, Zael and Arien. And I thought, great. And then I realized that they were basically saying goodbye. And they didn't really give an explanation. So I am curious to know what is happening. Many people are speculating at the moment. And I thought, well, maybe because there is a new queen, uh, things are changing. People are leaving, new people are coming in. So maybe that's part of the structure movement change that is happening up there. So maybe it's just part of that. Then again, I could be completely wrong. And it could be just that they are stepping back from doing videos because apparently it is time consuming. It must be very time consuming. And that, I think that using technology that is so behind to what you used to must be really time consuming. I'm assuming, I don't know. So maybe they're stepping back. Maybe this is a maybe I was going to say something and I changed my mind. Maybe they decided to do something else. Maybe they went back to Temer era. I sincerely think that they were part of the training for the new people that will be coming to work in social media. Those 900 Tagetans. I sincerely thought they were part of the training. I don't know. I'm really just speculating here because the video made me really sad for some reason, and I know that things cannot, go forever. You can have a channel and stop after a year, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, and it's true. And also, I am not, demanding an explanation or anything. However, I would love one. uh, oh, I wonder what happened. I hope they're okay. I hope that they had fun doing the videos. I love them, truly, truly, I did, and I was hoping that they would make more. But apparently, they have other plans, and obviously, I wish them all the best. And if you're seeing this, thank you so much for your videos. It's really, really appreciated. And then from the technical point of view, I know how difficult it is to make them because I don't make them. I do not make videos because I don't have the talent. And if I tried once and it was so much work, there was such a learning curve that I thought, no, this is not going to happen. I guess it's not my thing. So I decided to just do lives. I talk on the camera, I say what I need to say. Obviously, being live, you can make huge mistakes, and you're live, everyone knows. But I thought, well, if I cannot do video, this is the next best thing. So I do know how difficult it is to make videos and how time consuming it is. And it must be if you're not used to the technology, the backwards technology, I guess, for them to do these. So Thank you so much. I really, and I think I can speak to from all of us that we really, really appreciate it. Um, maybe Mary now will give us some explanations. I don't know, but Gosha said something in the Telegram um, notice that she put up. She said there's something interesting about the way they made the video, the Rosha, the way they said things. It was very carefully said. And I found that too. I listened to it twice because I thought maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed something that they told us why they're leaving. But the thing is that it wasn't confirmed that they are leaving. Maybe they're just not going to do any more videos for now, or maybe they're just not going to go do any videos. Maybe they're leaving, they're going back to Tamar. I'm speculating here. Um, but yeah. Mary, hello. How are you? Welcome. Oh, you were surprised as well. Yeah, I do wonder what happened, and I was sad. I have the sadness when I listened to it. I thought, oh no, don't leave. Um, yeah, I felt the sadness too. I think a lot of people did. They were like shocked. Um, yeah, they are going to be missed. I'm gonna miss them. Even though they were not making videos uh, constantly, but you do have them there, like you take them into your heart. I don't know if I'm being too emotional about this, but that's how I feel. Um, and so I was shocked, to be honest. Yeah. So I hope, I hope they are well. They're not. I hope they do not need therapy after being here. Just something went. I hope there's nothing wrong. Yeah, that's I guess the most important thing. I hope they are okay. However, I do understand that people sometimes need therapy after being in touch with Earth. However, they were here before. They did live here, so they do know about Earth. So they should be okay. Um, Hello, Elena. How are you? Welcome. Yes, yes. She says the last sentence suggested a big change or event. That's the thing as well. I think, yeah, maybe they're just going to do something different, and they're going to surprise us. Could be that. Oh, I hope it's that. Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? Um, yeah, maybe it's something like that because they were very careful on how they did the video. That's true. Because if it was just a goodbye and they were going back to Tamar and everything was, ended, they would have been more um, direct, I think. You know, Mm. They could have said, "We're going back to Tamar now, and we decided to end this. Thanks so much." Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, it could be that. You're right. Yeah, yeah. Well, I hope so. I miss them now. It's crazy, I know. By the way, my stomach is making sounds. I'm making sounds. I had this I made myself chocolate this morning, hot chocolate. I didn't want to have any breakfast. It's morning here. It's 9 in the morning. And I didn't feel like having breakfast, but I wanted to have something hot. And I have this chocolate in powder form. It's really good. But the last few days, I was not careful. And you have to be careful not to insert a wet teaspoon in there, to scoop out because, you know, moisture makes things grow in there. And I knew that could happen, but I thought that was not going to happen. Obviously, it did. Because after I drank it this morning, my stomach is just yeah, I'm making sounds. Sorry about that. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, it's crazy. You believe it was a secret message? I think so too. I think there is something there. Something is happening. It's going to be exciting. I hope so. Thank you. um, yeah. Well, anyway, I wanted to do this video right away because um, I really wanted to say something to someone who would actually, listen, who cared. Because, if you tell people that usually they don't follow the whole disclosure and they're like, what? Um, anyway, I also, this is a little follow up from the chat I had with Gosha. I think it was yesterday or the other day, 2 days ago, from Cosmic Agency. Yeah, she's wonderful. And she offered, she said, if you want to have a chat about things that are going on, I can come on your show and we can talk. And she offered that, and then she said we could do one in Spanish and in English, and I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. We did the Spanish one a while ago, I think 3 months ago, and it took us a lot of time to schedule the English speaking one because I moved from Chile to New Zealand, and then I had to get all set up here. And then she was doing something, so she was busy. And then I am living right now in a place where I cannot make noise between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. because I live in a type of a boarding house, something like that. And the thing is that the difference between New Zealand, the time difference between New Zealand and Finland, it's completely the opposite. So 7 a.m. So it was, what was it? Morning here for me, like 7 a.m. It's 11 p.m. there, something like that. And we couldn't synchronize very well. So we finally came up with her morning and my evening. And then we realized that wasn't probably a good idea because she's a night person and I'm a morning person. So yeah, if that makes any sense. You're probably confused now. But yeah, so it was good. So we could only chat for about an hour. And what I was telling her, that for some reason I'm unable to have like the same conversation that I have in my Spanish channel. I can't seem to have the same one in the English channel. I don't know why. It's something about with my brain. It works weird. Um, so I can't seem to express myself the same way or talk about the same things. So I go with the flow depending on the language I'm speaking, which, by the way, it's only two. Sometimes I forget both. I don't know why. Um, yeah. Anyway, I was thinking about the things that we talked about, and uh, uh, and in the comments as well. We were reading some of the comments and just pondering on a few things, and uh, I was asking Gosha, well, what are we really doing here? On this earth. What is the purpose here, especially when you are trying to make a change? Because when I started doing these videos a year ago in Spanish channel, um, my idea was to change the idea for me, and that's what I thought we were all doing. It's my perception, is that we were trying to change this matrix from a 3D matrix to a 5D matrix, just so that we can explain things better and everybody can understand. So from this 3D to a more holistic type of society. Because when we do want to do something, it's because we want to make it better. So we do want to make the society a more holistic and more peaceful society. And as time went by and so on, I realized that beings come here for different reasons. Some of them just come to have an experience. And there's two ways to come here. You can come here naturally from source, or you can come here through immersion, through technology. So some, who come from, especially with technology, sometimes they just want to have an experience, see what it's like and so on. Others apparently come with a mission. They want to do something come with a mission to observe and then go back and explain to their race what it's like to live here. Others just want an experience. Apparently, some people come back because they want to liberate some family members. I don't know how that works. To release them from their constant loop. Apparently, they can. Apparently, Tagetans have a technology where they can tell a person who's been here over and over again. They've been reincarnating here on Earth over and over again. So that was interesting. I didn't know about that. I knew they had technology where they could tell whether someone was matrix, just a program walking, and someone who actually had a soul. I knew they had that technology, but I didn't know that they could tell that someone has been here like over and over again. So that was extremely interesting. And at times, I actually thought that maybe I was here for some family members. But then again, I felt foolish. Yeah, thinking that I am here to help someone like they cannot help themselves. It's like, come on. So it's for me sometimes thinking that I want to help people. It's like saying in a certain way that they cannot help themselves. Maybe be a support person if anybody wants to be supported. I think that better resonates with me. But to say I'm going to help people to liberate themselves here, then I thought that maybe sounds foolish for me to think that I am here, to help them get out. So things have been changing as I've been here, knowing about the Taiketan disclosure. In other words, knowing that we're not alone here. Because before this disclosure, I thought it was weird that we were the only ones on this planet, and it was just this planet had people in it, and the others didn't. I always thought that was so weird. How can that be true? And then obviously you realize that that is a complete lie. Anyway, so where was I going with this? Yes, I was going somewhere with this. Sorry, I was going somewhere with this. Yes, liberation. Yes. So what are we doing here? Are we liberating the earth? Well, it depends. What are you here for? Everybody has a different agenda, a different experience, and the way they experience life here, it's completely different. Some people are going to come out and say, I had a horrible time. This is a horrible place, and it should be, completely changed. And other people probably come out and say, if that wasn't so hard at all, they should make it harder. They should make it more difficult. And I do believe that there are these gradients of how people perceive in regards to difficulty living here. And so at the end, you're like, you cannot really say, we are here for this. We need to do that, because your perception can be so different from someone else's that you're never going to be synchronize and say, okay, we're both doing this, or we're all doing that. Um, so that's a big thing for me. That's when I realized that, I thought, then what the hell am I doing? Or what are we doing? Then, well, I don't know what other people are doing, but then I had to realize and reassess what I was doing, because if I have a certain view of what I'm doing here, it represents me. I become that person. Um, it's like it's like your work, your job, your profession, as they say, whatever that may be. You become that. It represents you. Um, it identifies you. It's in Spanish, te identifica. Yeah, it identifies you. How do you say in English? It it kind of becomes your personality, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say. And so I thought, okay, so if because I this is really important for me, was a really important point, because what we concentrate on, excuse me, what we concentrate on and focus on, it's our reality, it's our experience. If I concentrate on the idea that this earth needs to be liberated because all these horrible things are happening, I'm going to have that experience. I'm going to have that experience where I'm going to see bad things happening. I'm going to experience um, the manipulations. I'm going to experience the pain. I'm going to see it. I'm going to observe it. And I thought, do I want that? Do I really want to concentrate on that? Then I thought, well, I can still help. Do I need to help? I can still do that without concentrating on the bad. I just concentrated on the good things that are happening here. Excuse me. It's the chocolate. Um, on what the good aspect of what we are doing. So, for example, I'm going to get together with friends because I have like a bit of land where we are going to grow organic um, fruits and vegetables. An example. So that's kind of going in the right direction if you want to help make this a more holistic place. Um, so I could just concentrate on that and enjoy that part of a community, of being kind with the earth, of growing your own food, being self-sufficient, etc., etc. So I could just concentrate on that. And I thought, um, well, is it really needed? Because as well, there are so many realities. There are so many realities. There is a reality where um, this earth is not like the one I'm experiencing at the moment, which I don't know if that's a contradiction. Um, because what you focus on, you experience, right? So, in that regard, everything exists, everything is happening, everything you can possibly imagine is happening. Whether you want to concentrate on it or not, that's your choice. And that's what life is. That's what um, being in the material form and having a point of view and a perception works. So you choose on what to concentrate on. And then I'm thinking to myself, am I concentrating on a planet that is being manipulated, apparently because I'm living in it. So then I have this conversation with myself. Why? Why are you not concentrating on a planet, on an Earth that um, that it is peaceful, that is holistic, that doesn't have this type of manipulation? And then I answer myself and say, well, you want to have an experience. If everything is peaceful, nothing is happening, you kind of get bored, right? You get bored with it. And it's true, I cannot see myself for an eternity just being there, floating, like Mary said, playing the harp on a cloud. You need some action in some way. And apparently, due to my frequency, I became compatible with this um, experience, which brings me back to the point of, well, what do you want to do in that experience with that perception? Do you want to be a support to something that you see that really needs to be done, something that you want to help make better? For example, this would be this society, it's I think it's terrible, so you want to make it better from your point of view, because you only have your point of view and you have to act from your point of view. And so I go back to exactly where I started. Isn't that insane? When I started this channel a year ago, the other one in Spanish, and then I started this one, is that my idea here is to communicate, to have platforms where we communicate and talk about and get together and talk to each other of what we're doing. People who want to get together, and do things, they can do that. Have a conversation. Sometimes just hearing other people talk about something that is interesting to you, it makes you feel like good. I don't know. It makes you feel like, oh yeah, even if you don't participate or say anything. I know it can make people feel right, because it has happened to me. I've seen sometimes a video of people, and I never comment or say anything, and it just makes me feel good. And then I think, huh, that was nice. And I want to be a part of that. I want to be part of that communication. And I also have, other projects that I have, that I am working on in regards to making this a more holistic community, and of trying to um, another idea that I have is that I want to know more of what I can find on this earth physically, uh, things and spaces that we're not aware of. Um, because there are places here on earth that we are not aware of, and that we apparently do not have access to because they've been blocked. And I want to see if I can have access to it, for the simple reason that I want to know. That's something that, for some reason, um, it excites me. It motivates me. It doesn't scare me. Some people say, "Yeah, I wouldn't go there." Well, I want to. It excites me a lot. So that's one of the things I'm doing. Yeah. I'm gonna say hello. It's nice that I have, I'm gonna put my glasses on. Maybe I don't have to get so close. One moment. Oh, hello. Oh, look, I can see now. Elena says, "Are you a Taiketan seed?" Yes, I feel very Taiketan. The first time I heard a video, from the Tagetan disclosure, I just knew it. I thought, oh my God, Tagetan. And then I thought, then I knew about Engans and Urmas and Antarians and other races. And I thought, I don't feel the same way. I don't feel that closeness to other races as I do with Tagetans. So I have a strong feeling I'm in immersion. That hasn't been confirmed. But yes, Tagetan. Robert, Australia. Hello, how are you? Oh, you're in Australia. Yes. Oh, we are about the same time. It's morning. Oh, it's 7:15 there. Aha. It's nice and early. Is it chilly? It's a bit chilly here. And he says, yes, possibly part of the escort team back to Tema. Yeah, it could be that. They go back with Queen Alanim. Maybe they were part of the um, group of Queen Alanim, and maybe, they're going back. That could be as well, yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm making noise. Newbies and Talis. Hello, how are you? I think Arien and Zael need a Temur to protect Queen Alanim. Maybe, yes, exactly. Maybe they went back with Queen Alanim to protect her. It could be, yeah, you're right. Elena says, I understand what you mean. We can create it despite the Galactic Federation. We can create our own spirit of timeline. Yes, a version of Earth, the way we see it with ET contact and a holistic society. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, Robert, Australia, you know what you're a little. Oh, you understand better your mission here. You're more awake since 2018. Yeah, I know what you mean. More awake. Yeah. Um, I always felt we, as young as a little human, there is more to life out there. Yeah, same. I always thought we cannot be the only ones here. But it's funny because I don't know how you guys. Oh, sorry, I gotta take. It's too bright. The screen is too bright. Why do they make the screens white? It's like they should be black. I have my screen on my phone and as many apps as I can in dark mode because the white is really bright. Sorry. Yeah, since I was little, I don't know if it happens to you as well, but when I was smaller, when I was young, when I was little, especially very young, when I was very, very young, 3, 4, 5 years old, I knew I was in a place that was an opposite to who I was. It was weird. I remember it. And I remember I still see what I saw at that time, this house, these houses, the way people lived. And I thought, this is weird. First of all, why are we living so close together when I could see a hill from across from us that was empty? And I thought, why are we not living there? Why are we living side by side, so close, and I can hear the neighbors? Um, why is everything chaotic? Why are my parents worried constantly? Why are they coming from somewhere and they're like always running and worried and upset? And I thought, what the hell is going on? Um, And then when I started growing up, I would look at the sky and I would see, lights going from one place to another. And I thought, spaceships, like normal spaceships, of course. But my brain wasn't still um, grown enough to say to my parents, oh, look, spaceship, other people. And then when I grew up, I was in my 20s, I would still see the lights. And I would think to myself, a spaceship, extraterrestrials. But still, I wouldn't make the connection. We're not just alone here. And I could tell that we were being lied to. You know, I knew we were being lied to, but it didn't register for some reason in my brain for me to say we are being lied to. It was like a given. I don't know if that's how they manipulate your brain, um, because since you go to school, they try really hard, because isn't it ridiculous to send your children to a place for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, to be trained and manipulated and brainwashed? That is so weird to me. And I hated school. For me, it was the equivalent of going to jail. I hated it. Anyway, I think that uh, all of us have this feeling that there's something off here. There's something going on. Something's not right. And some level, we do know we're not the only ones. And there are many races out there, and things are different to how we are perceiving it. I think most of us feel that. I think so. Except some people who have been here over and over again. I was just reading in the comments. Someone has been here, apparently, he says 3,472 times. Wow, that's a lot. I consider that person truly human. Oh, that was amazing. I feel this is my first time on this earth. Let me put my glasses on. I want to have those glasses where you put they are on a stick. Those old ones. I should have one of those. Oh, there we are. Trina. Hi, Lida. How are you? How you doing? Lida. See, in English says Lida. Robert, Australia, he says, I no longer see our contact here as interacting with ETs, same, but rather as family, brothers and sisters. I know who has our back and who doesn't. Yeah, same here. Now, I think I've always felt that they were just, I'm making noise again. I feel like I know them, they're people. They're not extraterrestrials like they want us to perceive it. Oh, that's right. That's right. I could. Thank you, Lena. I could set the brightness lower. You're right. I could do that. I'm going to do that now. Oh, one moment, please. Let me see. Oh, there we are. Oh, thank you for that. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. Okay, that's working for me. Thank you. Forgot. That was so easy. This is not so bright anymore. Good. Yes, thank you. um, okay, let's see. Let me just, here we are. Ah, yes, we are no longer in 3D. We're more on 4.7D, closer to 5D. Yes, yes, I remember that. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad to see that they can sense a shift. And I think there is a shift. I think there is a shift. as I experienced my life here with other people, talking to them, etc., and just observing, excuse me, I do see that there is. I don't know if I can remember what it was like before, but I do find it more holistic. I think people are more. I I find a lot of people being nice, wanting to have a community and wanted to have communications and conversations, and even though they have different point of views, different likes and wants, they are not aggressive people. We're not aggressive like the Federation wants us um, to be seen as. I don't see aggressiveness here. Um, Maybe once in a blue moon, truly, you see a person who's acting, a little crazy. But then, if you look closer, you can see that that person is suffering quite a bit, and and if you are able to have some type of conversation, they can, calm down, or you can be a type of support. But those are that's not the norm at all. I don't see that here. Obviously, we do know that they do lie, the federation. Anyway, that part of the federation, not the whole federation. For you, school was boring. Yes, it was incredibly boring. I disliked it so much. It was insane. Yeah, I do not watch TVs anymore. No, I stopped watching TV about 15 years ago, when I realized that after watching it, I felt really bad. And I thought, what am I doing? That's insane. That's when I realized that, before that, I kind of understood that I was responsible for my experience. I was responsible of what happened to me, because at that time I realized and I understood the law of mirrors, or the law of attraction. Your frequency matches your experience, or your experience matches your frequency. And I thought, if my frequency, it's made through my thoughts and my beliefs, what am I concentrating on? What am I thinking constantly on? And I realized that news and the TV itself it's really negative. I mean, I go into Netflix, it's the only thing that I could say I watch. Um, and in all honesty, there's not much to look at that is positive or exciting or nice or something that uplifts you. There's nothing there. Only Star Trek, a Star Trek fan. So yeah, I don't watch anymore. What would you do if you had face-to-face contact with, for example, Jati? In all honesty, before I could say I knew what would happen to me, how I would react. And as I get older, I am surprised at my reactions, truly. And I think to myself, do I really know myself? Um, because I've reacted to things that really surprised me and actually worries me. Because I think, I'm going to say this, or I'm going to be excited. I'm going to start talking to her. And, that's what I think I would do. Um, she would have to say, though, she's Yasi. um, I would talk to her. Yeah, no, I have no idea what would happen, to be honest. I really don't know. However, I do hope I know how to behave. Well, I do know how to behave, but I hope my reaction is not something of, when you're in shock and you can't say anything and you can't think. Because obviously, if I do have an interaction face to face, I want to, experience that in a most um, useful and lovely way. Be able to communicate, interact, ask questions, have a conversation, and have a lovely time. Yeah. Oh, you meet them while in the astral travel. I don't remember I used to travel. I used to do astral travel, um, but I would do that for fun, and then I stopped. Um, I actually don't remember my dreams very well now, but it's nice that some people can do that. It would be nice to do that. YouTube, yeah, you can. YouTube content, yes, same here. I mainly watch that a little bit. It's difficult though to find uh, videos from star seeds, but there are. Yeah, I like those. Oh, hello, Kian. How are you? You're welcome. And so, this is too low. Let me put it brighter there. Um, so yeah, well, basically that's what comes to mind right now to talk about. So yeah, so let's hope Zael and Arien come back. Um, Maybe they have a surprise. I would love to know more about them, what happened. I'm curious to know what happened. Uh, and if they do go back, if they are going back and finishing here, I wish them well. I hope they are well, they are okay. I think it's the most important thing. And if they are planning to do something else to interact with us, that would be brilliant. That would be fantastic. It's very welcome. um, yeah, yeah. And well, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. So thank you for the conversation. Thank you for being in the chat. Appreciate it. It's nice to talk to people and other star seeds, especially when we are all scattered around the world. This is, I think, one of the easiest way to talk and have spontaneous conversation. And I think those are the most fun to have, to be honest. I really do enjoy it. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And we'll see each other soon. Thank you, guys. Nice to see you. Bye bye.